It's spring. We had some days with really nice weather lately, almost 10 plus degrees Celsius, but now it's only 2. We had some new snow this night, as you can see in the mountains, but stuff is starting to come out. You can see the tracked mini dumper is there, and the Kobelco mini excavator have been rented out 2 times already, so the excavating season is starting. But today's project is the Kobelco. I want to do a full service on it. It's now run 400 hours or 399, and since I bought it this fall, I have only used it for clearing snow and a little bit digging, so I want to do the oil change and everything, so I know that when the hours have been done lately, and I know when the next time is, so I'm perfectly sure that it's ready for the season. And I also want to do something with the straps that secure it to the trailer, because right now it's on the most narrow with the tracks, and I want to put it on the trailer when it's at the most widest, because then the people renting it don't have to do anything when they rent it. They just drive off the trailer and they're ready to go. But now with the tracks on the most narrow, it's easy for it to tip, and then it can be an accident, and that we don't want. So I would like to use some chains I bought and some D-rings. So the plan now is just drive the Kobelco off the trailer, and then I will widen it out, drive it up again, and see where I would put the D-rings and everything. Mark it up and drive it off and weld the D-rings to it. So let's start with that. So you can see with the tracks on the widest, it's just enough room for the excavator on there. So it's a little bit twisted, but that you have to count for when you rent it out, that it will never be straight on the trailer or something. As you can see now with the tracks on the widest, it's just enough room for it on the trailer, and you also want the excavator to be as far back as possible, because you want most weight in the back, because if you drive it too far into the front, it will be too much weight on the hook, on the tow hook, I think it's called. So now we'll get the chains and the D-ring and see where to put them. Okay, so this is as far back as it should be when you have the chains tight. So this is where we would put the D-ring and the chain. Let's see if we can make it fit. Okay, then we have everything cleaned out and ready for welding. But before we start welding on the excavator, we disconnect the battery, so we don't get anything wrong with the electronics or stuff like that. So, and the big question is, where is the battery? I actually never searched for it, so it could be anywhere. Okay, so I went away 15 minutes to pick up my kid, and it's starting to snow again, so I will continue this project another day. So it's a couple of days later. Still haven't done anything with the Kobelco because it's snowing outside still. So I will take the Kobelco in the garage and fix the rest there. Alright, you have the Kobelco inside now. I have run the heater a little bit, so it's nice and cozy in here. And I found the battery, it's in the back. I disconnected the negative, so we won't have any problems with the electronics when we are welding on it. And this side is ready to go from the other day. So let's just weld the D-ring there and see how it works. Alright, then I have welded the first D-ring on. I think it was pretty okay. Nice weld there and there. So this will hold the machine's weight on the trailer without any problems. So now it's just one more side. You can see I tilted it a little bit down just so it's a little bit better with the chain on, because it's coming from down here and up here. So now it's just the other side. I won't do a time lapse of that because it's just the same. So, and then we will drive it on the trailer and see how it works. There it is. Chain is tight. We just need to use some straps here, and then you can tighten it down forward also, and it won't move. So this worked out pretty nice. See this side? Yeah, same here. Perfect. Okay, engine is nice and hot, so there should be no problem draining the oil. This fits nicely underneath. This is probably one number bigger. 19mm. Oh, and it sits like a mother beep. And all my batteries for the impact gun is in the house I'm refurbishing, so okay. Not a fucking chance. And we need to use this old trick. We got it. And missed. Fuck. Good job. So, oil drained out. Let's get the oil filter out. And replace it. One here. It's a little bit smaller. Oops. So here is 3.5 liters with oil. That's what the manual says that it is needing. New oil filter, and we put the drain plug back in place. See if we can get this off. Okay. Nothing was easy on this one, but I did not put the drain plug on as hard as it was. So this is where we fill the oil. See that we have a view. Let's see if we can fill oil without spilling. Okay, that was 3.5 liters. Okay, so I bought this camera yesterday for a couple of dollars, or a little bit over 100 crowns, and mostly because it had a 32 gigabyte memory card. That was for the drone, I was thinking. So my other GoPro White went out of power, so it needs some charging, and I'm still running the service on the Kobelco in the other garage. So I'm thinking we are finishing the service with this camera. Not finishing it, we are continuing the service with this camera. So okay, it was this kind of, oh no, that's for the GoPro, it's knockoff from eBay. So we continue with this camera and see how it works. I guess the quality will be a little smudge worse. So when I went out of power on the GoPro, I had removed this fuel filter. It's with a filter inside, and now we are removing this filter that has, see, this filter that is with just a screen inside, so we need cleaning and nothing else. And this is the fuel filter I have removed, so emptied out for fuel, and this is the internal filter that's inside there. But I ordered a new filter for this, and you can see there is some difference in size on these two filters. So I guess this one will not fit, so I have to install this one back again, since I don't have any other. So that's a little bit bad, but we'll continue with taking out the filter with only the screen. Take all this and dump it up in this drain. Some dirt inside it, not much. Strange to have that ring in the bottom. Don't see it doing anything good there. Cleaned out the filter holder and the filter as much as I could, so just have to replace this filter sometime later when I get the right one. And if you have water, will also collect in these cups. If you looked at the video of the service of the Kubota, we could see that it was a lot of water in it. This one had nothing, so that's a good thing. We will also drain the fuel tank for water afterwards. Okay, I don't think I need to tighten it anymore. And I also think I figured out what the red ring in this one is. It's probably when you get water in your filter, the red ring will float up. So that's probably why the red ring is there. And let's check the dipstick for the oil. Yeah, it's at maximum where it should be. Okay, then it's the air filter. The air filter only needs cleaning now with compressed air. So quite black. So let's see if we can get it a little bit cleaner with some compressed air. Okay, I put this hose on this drain for the fuel tank that goes down into this pan, and now I will open it, and when I see that it's only diesel coming out of the hose, I can close it again, and then I have drained the fuel tank for water. It's already just looked like diesel, so maybe some water pellets. I think we just drain a little bit, and then we are sure that this is only diesel. Okay, then we have the fuel tank drained for water. You have changed oil on the engine. You have cleaned the air filter. You have cleaned the diesel filters. Should have been changed, but didn't have the right one. So then I think it's time to take it out and look at the hydraulic oil level and see if we need to fill some. So this is the position you put the machine in when you are checking the hydraulic oil. Lay down and boom like this. And this is where you check the hydraulic oil. You can see we are right over the low mark here. So I don't think there's any need of filling anything right now. But if we were supposed to fill, this is the tank right here. So okay, the GoPro is back and the cover is off, and here we can see the hydraulic oil tank, and this is where you fill the hydraulic oil. So it's a shitty place when you have the cab on the machine. What I thought was the filling. I thought this maybe could be the filling with just a cap on top, but it's the return line or something for the hydraulic oil. So if you're filling hydraulic oil, it's here. And here we have the pump for the that is connecting to the engine. This is one pump and this is one other pump. Yeah. And we can see this is the return line. Yes, this is from the manifold for all the controls for all the hydraulic, and the return goes back here. Yeah, nice and compact. Okay, let me have some hydraulic oil. Let's fill it in. That was actually enough. You see here now? Now we are right in the middle between low and high, so I think that is perfect. You always need some room in the hydraulic tank for when all the pistons are in. Then you need all the room that is left for that, but you can see the measuring is down here, so we are probably at that level right there now. Okay, so from low, it went under 1 liter. Took off these covers right here over the drive motors for the tracks, and the reason for doing this, and you should do it every service, it's for cleaning this out. This excavator now have 400 hours on it, and yeah, 50 of them, maybe 60, is on snow, so it's not from those hours. But you can see how quickly it fills up with dirt around the drive units, the motors, and this will lead to corrosion on these couplings, and the engine will not have as good cooling as it should be, and it's only 3 bolts. Loosen this and take off this plate, and then you can see this. So that's also something you should do every service, or even often, once a year at least. Clean this out. It will last a lot longer, the couplings here and everything. And when I take this out and clean it out and everything, I normally lubricate this with WD-40 or something like that. So it's a good idea. Okay, and then some WD-40 on all the couplings. Okay, then the Kobelco SK17 has got its 500-hour service. We have changed oil filter. Should have changed the fuel filter, but I got the wrong one. We have drained the fuel tank. We have checked the hydraulic level and topped it off. And I cleaned out the drive motors under the covers. So, according to the manual, that is everything you're supposed to check at the 500 hour. The rest is lubricating it and everything, so it's ready for renting out. And I'm hoping now that I have done this before summer. The only thing I need to do when the season is starting, the excavating season, is cleaning it and greasing it up. And hopefully it will run all summer without any problems. I also plan to paint it a little bit, where it has some scratches and stuff like that when the weather is warming up a little bit. And we also installed these hooks for D-rings for securing it to the trailer. Made it a lot easier with the chains. So that was the video for this time, the 500-hour service of the Kobelco. So thank you for watching.